Hello, everybody. So, today in reading, we're going to learn that when you start reading a story, you can ask yourself, what do I notice about the characters? And do I see myself in the characters? So, para resumir en español, cuando comiences a leer una historia, pregúntate, ¿qué noto en los personajes? Y pregúntate también si te ves en los personajes. So watch me first, and then it will be your turn. So we're going to read the first couple of pages of this book, or it's not really a book, this story. It's called Soul Painting Inc. by Meg Medina. I reach inside the window of Papi's van and yank on the handle to open the passenger door. It's my turn to ride in the front. Rolly sat there last time. You think they'll need a painter soon? Papi asks as I slide in next to him. I follow his gaze to the second floor of Building 22. Men dressed like astronauts are tossing furniture into tall canisters marked biohazard. Doña Rosa, one of the old ladies who lived over there, died in her living room last week. Her TV was on, so no one knew anything was wrong for 2 whole days. That means we were all sleeping near a corpse. Ugh. A shiver runs through me every time I think about Doña Rosa's ghost hovering in the halls, insulted that no one noticed she was dead. If they do, I'm out, I say. For starters, Doña Rosa was mean enough when she was alive. Who in their right mind wants to risk meeting her now that she is a spirit nursing a grudge? I'm not going in there. Why not? She's scared of putrefaction. Rolly climbs into the back of the van and parks himself on one of Papi's paint buckets. My brother likes to show off his big science words, almost as much as he likes showing off his biceps, especially in front of Papi, who wants him to be a doctor. That means human rot. So I'm going to pause here. I see that one thing I'm noticing about the character is that she has a brother. So I'm going to just put a star by this because that's some important information I'm seeing about the character. So otra vez lo que estoy haciendo aquí es estoy poniendo una estrella cuando yo aprendo información importante sobre el personaje. O también lo podría hacer cuando yo veo una conexión entre mí y el personaje. So it's right here. I know what it means, I lie, but that's not the reason. Are you afraid of ghosts? Rolly makes his best zombie face and holds his hands up like claws. Ooh. Have some respect for los muertos, Rolando, Papi says, trying not to laugh. He crosses himself and starts to back out of the space. I give Rolly a stony look. He's right, but I know better than to let him know I'm scared. So I turn back to Papi. I'm too busy, that's all. School starts next week, and I have to finish my summer reading. I root inside the bakery bag for my pan cubano. I take a deep breath of the warm bread that's dripping in butter and grilled flat the way Rolly and I like it. I tear off a chunk and sink my teeth in. A full mouth will keep me from lying any more than necessary. And so I noticed 2 other things here. I noticed that her family likes to make silly jokes, which my family also likes to do that. And I noticed that she's about to start school next week. So I'm just putting these stars wherever I see important information about the character. Papi smiles at me and pulls the bill of my painter's cap down over my eyes. Well, I can't argue with making a good start at your new school, so I'll let you off this time. But don't get used to it. You wanted to be my number 1 apprentice, remember? I say, nodding. Papi and I have a long-term business plan. I'm going to take over his company one day and turn it into an empire. Home Depot will eat my dust. I've already designed my business cards. They've got a sun rising in fancy gold letters. Merci Suarez, CEO, Soul Painting Inc. So hey, we just learned what she wants to do when she grows up. Rolly makes a face and snatches the bag from me. He knows I haven't cracked open a single book on my summer reading list, but at least he doesn't say so. In fact, I think he felt bad for me because he loaned me his good earbuds and CD player. Audiobooks to the rescue. He did the calculations while we were checking them out of the library. You'll be done in a mere 34 hours. Wow, that's so helpful. So I'm also learning that she doesn't always keep up with her homework. Rolly starts telling Papi about the process of human decomposition after death and proper biohazard cleanups, so I tune him out. This is definitely the dark side of having a science geek for a brother. Not that it's ever been easy. Even when he was younger, Rolly liked to dissect salamanders, dead roaches, and other creepy things. He always wanted to play Operation too, which would have been fun, except that he changed the rules. You had to name the body parts correctly. No, not the Adam's apple, he'd say as I tweezed out a piece without making the buzzer sound. It's the, oh gosh, what is this word? The laryngeal prominence. Say it or it doesn't count. What do you guys think? Would you want to play games with him? Cheese. You'd think he'd have pity on someone who was 5. But no, Rolly never cut me a break. Anyways, these days, Rolly likes crime shows almost as much as he likes science. He says he's going to be a medical examiner. Poking around in dead bodies all day? No, thank you. The air conditioner in Papi's truck is shot, so I lean my head out the window. Even with the windows open, I'm sweating in my long overalls. I've lived in West Palm Beach my whole life, but even I can't stand it here in August. It's 7 a.m., and we're already at 85 degrees, if the fog thermometer at my bedroom window is right. Oh, hey, so that's a connection I have with the characters. I also grew up somewhere where it was really hot in the summer. Like, really hot. Papi looks over at me and grabs my arm. Hey, don't lean on the door. The latch is loose. Your mother will kill me if you fall. I scooch over. Oh, and actually, that's funny. I also remember when I was little that my mom's car had a door like that where it would just pop open. I scoot over. They sent our school schedules, Rolly says, licking his greasy fingers. Mine is sweet. I've got microbiology first thing in the morning. Oh, good. A whole year of listening to him talk about germs. I just barely survived this year in chemistry. For 2 solid semesters, he asked for things by their chemical formula just to annoy me. I'd like a glass of H2O, please. Hey, pass the sodium chloride for my french fries. This banana bread could use more sucrose. So yeah, when we study chemistry, you guys can use all those big words and annoy your families. I close my eyes listening. Blah, blah, science club, blah, blah, college application. I wonder what it's going to be like for me this year. Rolly and I will both be at Seward Pines, although I'll be in the lower school with all the other 7th grade amoebas, his word. Rolly is 5 years older than I am, a senior. The last time we were in the same school, I was in kindergarten, and he was one of the bossy safety patrols of the plastic badge. After that, he became a sunshine scholar at fancy Seward Pines School, where everyone thinks he's a genius. So I'm seeing that she's also going to go to the same school with her brother this year. Mommy says I'm going to love Seward Pines, but I don't know. I'm not much for fancy, and everything about that place is shiny and stiff. Even the red blazers I'll have to wear look hot and silly if you ask me. Plus, no one from our neighborhood goes there except Rolly, so I'll have to make new friends. Stuff like that doesn't bother Rolly. In fact, he's never brought home a friend in all the years he's gone there. I asked him about it once, but he told me to close my oral cavity. And so I also connect with her because I remember feeling really nervous when I had to go to a new school and wondering if I was going to fit in with the other kids. I think what Mommy really means is that she's going to love it. Last year was tough on her. My highest grade was a C. So we know that maybe her grades aren't very good right now. As in, caramba, niña, what are you doing? You're shaming us. Well, it was frustrating for me too. To think all my years of perfect attendance and neat penmanship, which means handwriting, did absolutely nothing to butter up my teachers at report card time. It's what we call a poor return on investment in the business world. Mami finally said, "Hasta aquí," and called Papi to discuss my future. So I knew I was dead meat. I fought it as best I could, but they decided I needed a more structured learning environment, aka Seward Pines. So now we have some things that we've learned about the character. So our next step is we're going to make a table of things about the character and things about, in this case, me, that are similar and different. So I'll just start by looking back at my stars I made. So the character Mercy has a brother, Rolly. I don't have any brothers. What else do I see? Oh, both our families like making silly jokes. So actually I'll say, since it's just her family, I'll say her family likes silly jokes. My family likes silly jokes. And Mercy wants to be a painter when she grows up. And you guys know now I'm a teacher, but when I was her age, I wanted to be a football player or a veterinarian. And let's see what else we can find that might be similar or different with us. Oh, we both grew up somewhere with hot weather. And I also grew up somewhere with hot weather. So you guys can see some of these things are like big important things, and some of them are just small things that help me connect to the character. Anything else? Oh, she's nervous to start at a new school. And I also went to a new school in 6th grade where not a lot of my friends were going. So I was also very nervous. And then I'm going to think if there's any other obvious things I notice. One thing is that we both speak Spanish and English, but it seems like her family speaks more Spanish and my family speaks more English. It seems like everyone in her family at least understands Spanish, even if they don't use it all the time. Whereas in my family, some people really don't understand Spanish very well. So again, you guys see, I'm not using a full sentence here. So no tiene que ser una oración completa. I'm just writing some quick bullet points about similarities and differences and thinking about what we have in common and what I've learned about this character so far. So para resumir en español, no tienes que usar oraciones completas. Estás solamente pensando qué he aprendido del personaje hasta ahora y qué tengo en común o qué tengo de diferente de ella. Entonces, ahora es tu turno. So now it's your turn. In your assignment, you're going to read this story. You're going to put stars where you see something that might be important. Oops, what did I do to my star? That looked weird. And then at the end, you're going to write about you and the character, just like we did before. If you want to listen to it as a video, I'll record a video. If you would rather just read it, you can just read it. You don't have to listen to the video of the second part. So it's up to you about how you would prefer to see that text. All right, let's start.